This story's from the Bible, and it's for all of us. You, me, everyone. And it comes from the Gospel of John. Gospel means good news. And the books Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are Gospels because they tell us the very good news about Jesus. The people who followed Jesus around had heard him speaking about a kingdom, but it wasn't like a kingdom they lived in. It wasn't even like any kingdom anyone had ever heard of. Jesus loved talking to his friends, but knew he wouldn't have much more time to talk to his disciples. They were going to Jerusalem, and he knew what was going to happen there. He wanted his disciples to know the most important things. He told them who was most important in his kingdom. When they asked who the greatest in the kingdom was, he showed them a child. So they'd understand what the kingdom was like. He told them stories about things they understood. They were shepherds, so he told stories about sheep and good shepherds. They knew about precious pearls, lost coins, and heavily loaded camels. And they were farmers, so he told stories about planting, harvesting, and mustard seeds. And he told them this story about vines, so they'd know how they were connected to the kingdom. He told them, I am the vine. You are the branches. Remain joined to me just as I also remain joined to you. No branch can make fruit by itself. It must remain joined to the vine. In the same way, you can't make fruit unless you remain joined to me. If you remain joined to me and I to you, you will make a lot of fruit. You can't do anything without me. I am the true vine. My Father is the gardener. Every branch that doesn't bear fruit, he cuts. Any branch with fruit, he prunes back so it will make even more fruit. If you don't remain joined to me, you're like a branch that is thrown away and dries up. Branches like those are picked up. They aren't good for anything, except maybe to use as firewood. Jesus' disciples knew all about vines and branches. They knew about how much work it was for the gardener to scare away the birds, to set wires to guide the vines, and to prune the branches. They knew that really good gardeners knew the vines well, studied them, knew how to trim the vines in just the right way. And Jesus was saying that God was the gardener. They knew that no matter how hard the branch works, it can't make any fruit lying on the ground by itself. Being connected to the vine is the only way that the branch can get the good nutrients from the soil, the cool water from the rain, the warm sunshine on the leaves around it. That's how a branch makes fruit. Have you ever seen a grapevine heavy with grapes in season? Look, there are so many grapes. Jesus' friends also understood what you did with lovely fruit from the vine. All those nice grapes made good wine, good food. With the juice of the grapes, they could make vats and vats of wine. They could feed so many people grapes. Look at all those barrels full of juice. If we remain in Jesus and let God be our gardener, we will make and produce good fruit too. fruit that will nourish and feed the world and make the world glad.